Hello and welcome back to another episode. Today we're going to talk about a new MMORPG called Naica Online. I hope I say it correctly, but it's called Naica Online. So Naica is a 2D MMORPG in a pixel art with a lot of customization, and you can create your character and start an adventure. The open beta started November 10th, so basically 4 days ago. So if you want to play this game on PC, Android or even iOS, you can play this now, because Naica is free for everyone and have a shop to make in-game purchases for like cosmetics and utilities. So in this game you can explore unique dungeons, each one of them with their own design, quest and loot and exclusive gear. Each piece of your armor you have a share, each piece of armor you change on your character will be instantly visible, so it means that, you know, it's not one of those games where when you change your armor it doesn't change your appearance. That's a pretty important point. Also, you can unlock and equip talents that you want, so there's no classes in this game. It has the classic flavor, you know, like some of the other new games like Albion Online, where your armor and items is making who you are. You can fight other players in arena. There you have like stuff like 2 versus 2 I saw in one of the trailers. And Naica is offering an extremely detailed graphic and animation, but in 2D. So it's kind of different if you haven't, you know, tried 2D MMOs before, but that's how it is. So let's go a bit about the lore in the game. So the world of Naica has the shape of gigantic tear made in crystal flying through the cosmos. The planet is riddled with craters, and the entire continent are floating around it as a sign of ancient cataclysm. These craters are continents. These craters and are harboring regions populated by several races of intelligent beings. They have the races called Vulpians, Denelites, Azralians, Cerbalis, Ophimanders, and others are sharing the lands of Naica, made fertile. So you can customize your character from head to toe, learn and use skills you want without any class limit, develop your reputation over the course of your story. So let's talk about a little bit the races, because, you know, the races that you're going to play the game is probably one of the most important things, because how are you actually going to look like? So you can play the Vulpian. Clever and cunning, Vulpians know how to escape from every bad situation, but be careful, they often have bad reputation despite having a cute little face. If you play the Vulpian, you will have a bonus saying the running bar is being consumed more slowly during a fight. So that means you will have perhaps more like running stamina while in combat. Then you have the race called Denelites. Universally appreciated, Denelites are well known to be people you can rely on. If you need one of them, check out the tavern. The bonus they have is heals received are more efficient. So that basically means if you're playing this and you have a healer with you, you get more healing. The next one is called Ophimander. Legend tells that they would descend from dragons, but no one has ever seen those far. Either way, do not underestimate them. And they have maximum mana increased. So that's pretty cool. I mean, you get mana, so if you want to be a spellcaster, I probably recommend you being an Ophimanders, for example. Then we have Cerbalis. If you're looking for a fight, ask any Cerbalis and he will be happy to help. Do not try to befriend them by giving them meat, or they will feel insulted. And they have maximum health increased. Then we have Azralian. Azralians are the true experts of camouflage. Some parents can spend hours looking for their children after playing hide and seek, and they have bonus damage on critical hits. That's pretty cool. I mean, it sounds like if I wanted to play a sword guy, I'll probably play Azralian, and if I wanted to be a tank, I would be Cerbalis, and a healer I would be a Ophimander. And then I don't know what I should use Vulpian or Denelite for. Just kidding. Then you have customizations in the game. So Naica lets you give a unique touch to your character through a customization system where each piece of equipment has its own visual. In Naica, every visible piece of equipment is customizable. If you change one of your weapons or your armor, it's instantly visible to you and all the players. Every piece of your equipment has its own visual appearance, and your character's customization has no limit. Your progression is visible by your actions, but also by the style of your character. The best player easily stand out from the crowd. That's probably very important, and it's very important to the developers that you can't just go into the shop, in-game shop, and buy transmogs to look better than the things you get from dungeons, because then people don't get any like, why should I do dungeons like thing. In this game they have adaptive classes. Naica has 3 different skill trees: sword, orb, and bow. At each new level you earn a skill point, allowing you to either improve a skill or learn a new one. When you learn a skill in a new tier, you unlock every skill of this tier in other trees. It's pretty cool. So in this game you can also get reputation. In Naica you will be able to favor Naica or Icon. Both of them did deities by the choice of your actions to improve your reputation with them. So Naica and Icon, they are like the 2 gods that is like behind the law. Like they are like rivals. So your actions to improve your reputation with them. The rewards will be measured according to your involvement in their arcanes. The further you will go, the more you will get. You will be able to support one of the other's deity throughout your adventure, or juggle between the 2. The evolution of your alignment will have consequences on your progression, and your choices will make your adventure a unique one. That sounds pretty cool. It really does. So we also have some continents that you can play in the game right now. For example, right now you can play. Well, there is some different places. There's this place called Lassol, the first continent of Naica, Mefilwell Meadow, Cerulean Forest, Crystal Ridge, Akorok Swamp, Mines of Earthen, Shadowgrove Forest. Sorry, so that is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. But only 4 of them is available right now. Before open beta it was only 2 of them, but now with open beta it is 4 of them. But Mines of Earthen and Shadowgrove Forest, those 2 will first be opening in 2021. So that means, yeah, if you play the game, you have right now 4 zones you can play, but soon 6. In the zones that you currently can play, there is plus 200 quests and 3 dungeons. But when they add the last 2 places, what we know so far is that you will be able to get 60 quests additionally and 1 dungeon, but that's only for what we know so far. So in this game they have classic dungeons and mini dungeons. So classic dungeons is a dungeon that is 5 players required. It has an elite mode from 0 to 1, so that basically means you can play elite mode if you want, and it also has an automatic group creation. So if you're one of those people who hate going into a city and have to spam for making a group, well, in this game you can either part up with friends or actually just use the looking for group system. And I'm personally a huge fan of that. I love looking for group systems. I know some people say it kills the social aspect of games. Well, I don't have time to be social. I have time to do dungeons, so that's how I see it. So these classic dungeons also have several rooms and they have bosses. Then you have the mini dungeons. That's a 3-player dungeon. It also has a leader mode from 0 to 1, and it also has automatic group creations. This one is a bit different. It's not like the standard dungeon where you have to go through rooms and rooms and rooms. This is more a wave of monsters. It's like you have to survive a lot of wave of monsters, and then you get mini bosses. So very different, but also pretty cool. The dungeons, for example, one of the dungeons right now we get is one called Calcifer's Lair. Go through a random labyrinthine rooms to reach the boss of the dungeon. Successfully open the boss chest several times to get new armor. It takes from 15 to 25 minutes. And then you have the mini dungeons. Face multiple waves of monsters specific to Crystal Ridge or Akorok Swamp until you defeat the leader. And that one takes 2 to 3 minutes. So that means 15 to 25 minutes for a normal dungeon, and then 2 to 3 minutes for a mini dungeon. That's pretty cool. Last off, we have a FAQ. So the developers, they have stated some of the probably most asked questions on their website. what they say, what can I expect in the game? And the developers is saying, in Naica there are 5 different races. You can complete quests, do dungeons, create groups with other players, or fight them in player versus player. Naica has phases of customization, and every piece of armor is visible and are no specific classes, your character, your choices. Keep in mind, we didn't talk much about it, but one of the trailers you see that they are making 2 versus 2 arena, and I also think they had the options to do 1 versus 1. So if you like arena style like they have in World of Warcraft, 2 versus 2 and 3 versus 3, they actually also have this in the game, so it's pretty cool. Beside that, one of the most also asked question probably is, on which platform is Naica available? Naica is currently available on PC, Android, iOS. Every player from these platforms can play together. You can also start your adventure on one platform and then switch to another with the same account. So that's pretty important. Like Albion Online, where you can play on one. You can play on PC, and then when you don't have time to sit on your PC, you can play on your mobile, but you will have your same character. And that's like really, really, really important. So thumbs up for that, developers. That's really, really cool. And who is behind the team of Naica? We are, they are saying that. We are Fridge Games, a French team of 8 people located in France. To us, Naica is our first video game project. It looks pretty cool as a first game. And how will Naica be monetized? So Naica is a free-to-play and will have in-game shop, cosmetics and utilities, but right now you can get exclusive rewards with the donations. Donation will disappear before the launch of the shop. Yeah, so the donation doesn't exist. The shop is now in the game, so you have to like buy stuff in the shop now. So yeah, so you can say the game is free to play, but if you really want to support them, you can buy cosmetics in the game. So I mean, that's pretty cool. It's like it's giving you the possibility to support them if you want or not, or you could just play the game free. So that's how it is. So that was Naica Online, and yeah, I mean, it's a new MMORPG. It just went into open beta 4 days ago, so I'm pretty impressed. That this game has totally went under my radar for the 2 years. I mean, they started. I think they released their first trailer back in 2000. Yeah, 2 years ago. YouTube is just saying. So that's pretty impressive. That 2018 or something like that. They released their first like teaser, where they only had 1 race. So pretty impressive that they have went so far in 2 years, and now it's in open beta, and who knows, maybe in a couple of months it will be final release. So I wish the game and the developers best luck with the game. I will definitely be trying it. I will be making a first impression video and try the game. It's probably gonna release the day after this video. So yeah, keep hanging in there, and I will also show you some gameplay from my side. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening, everyone, and best of luck in Naica Online.